who are still alive, and great yogis and sages who have done years and years of practice, and yet they are also attained with, they're not so healthy. They sometimes get disease, and I just wonder, how can we explain that? And is that also explained by karma?
Yeah, our bodies are karmic. They're made of our karma. An enlightened being can still be in a body. I mean, that's the meaning of a jivan mukta. Enlightened being in a body. And they can, that body, no body is going to live forever. Bodies, by their nature, are mortal. And they are born, and they will dissolve back into the earth at some point. So, if you are fortunate enough, if your karmas are good enough, if you've done a lot of kind things in your past, and you are able to realize your true nature this lifetime, while in whatever body you have, it doesn't mean that that body is not going to die, or is not going to get sick, or disintegrate. Because even if you are an enlightened being, the karmas will still be active. Like for instance, if you have a fan, like a ceiling fan, right? And the fan is going around because it's plugged into an electrical source, right? There's electricity feeding the fan. Okay, so think of the fan going around like a person in a body, a person living and doing actions, right? Okay, but then you pull the plug for the fan. Does the fan just immediately stop? No movement? No, there's like a momentum. It'll still go around, even though there's no electrical source, like it's been unplugged. And the same with an enlightened being. An enlightened being might not be, they might be free of karmas, they're not creating any further detrimental karmas, but they're still alive and seemingly functioning like a person. And so the body is still operating like that fan. It's still going around and will wind down and eventually stop. So the point is, no matter how good you take care of your body, no matter if you eat vegan food or organic food, or you live a life which you are pretty, you've accomplished a life that you're pretty free of stress and anxiety, and you have a comfortable home, etc., and you have enough money and all these things, still, the body will die. It won't last forever. And so the point is to be comfortable with your karmas, no matter what. And most of us, because of our pride, because of our arrogance, because of our ego attachment, that it's very difficult for us to acknowledge that we've done bad things in our life. We want to appear like a good person. Yeah. And sometimes then we are in denial. And that causes a lot of internal anxiety and suffering. So the asana practice can really help. Because as you know, some of the asanas cause pain. Like you don't feel comfortable. Yes? I hope so. Or the asanas aren't doing their job. But remember, that pain that you're feeling is the pain from unresolved relationships that are showing up in your body. And you're still holding on to resentment or like anger or jealousy or something like that. And that's good because that's good information, that's feedback that we can utilize and let go of. It takes time. It takes time. But then, I mean, my teacher, Sri Brahmananda Saraswati, I was going to say he suffered a stroke. He didn't suffer it. A stroke came to his body. He was paralyzed. Then he had heart disease. Then he had disease of his eyes, but he didn't suffer any of it. He accepted that this was happening because of karmas that he had done. And he didn't feel embarrassed about it. Like, hey, I'm a realized being. I shouldn't have this decrepit body. I should be radiant and healthy. He wasn't uptight in that kind of way. He was cheerful and full of joy within a decrepit body. Thank you for your question. I hope I answered it in a good way.